Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to my tutorial series on how to play Fortnite Save the World. In today's episode, I would like to show you, based off of the information that I've either shared with you or passed on to you so far, how to solo survive the Horde as a new player or via a noob account. Now, we're going to begin right here with our level selection. I do have access to the 46 zone, and I will take that on. But for my first tip, you can actually take on the lowest level zone and honestly receive pretty much the same rewards that you do right here. But here's the deal. You have double the trouble and difficulty if you go up. You can also, via the lowest level, still access, for the most part, many of your event Survive the Horde items right here and receive the rewards. So just something to think about when it comes to your journey. Now, when it comes to our hero loadout, I'm going to go with Base Kyle as my commander. But then when it comes to our team perk, in this series, I did start a brand new standard Founders account right here about a week before the free-to-play release. We were able to obtain a hero recruitment voucher if you had any time at all in the game before the release happened. We used that voucher on the Happy Holidays team perk via TED because Diecast Jonesy is about ready to be released here in the near future. And he's a great support team for that loadout I like to run. Then, once released happened, 3 more hero recruitment vouchers. 1 for the quests, 1 from the collection book, if you started early based on my recommendations, and the other in ventures. So what I recommended was you take 2 of those hero recruitment vouchers and you acquire and then are able to utilize Blast from the Past. So we did go and get Fossil Southie and Prehistoric Izza. And I do recommend these 2 for a new player. Here for the armor, and this right here for Farming Outlander and Energy, just in general. So, we're going to have that team perk in the loadout with those 2 heroes. Also included in the support team will be Machinist Harper, Power Base Nux, and Survivalist Jonesy. My gadgets will be the Slow Field and Supply Drop. When it comes to defenders, equip your 3 highest that you've received. In this case, I have a shotgunner and 2 snipers. For my survivor squads, my recommendation, pretty simple here. Just have at least 1 bonus of trap durability across the board like I do here. That's all I've loaded up. Also be reminded that all survivors, no matter rarity, have use to you early in your journey. And sometimes, and I'll prove it to you right here, your commons and uncommons can actually have more value to you than legendaries and mythics. So please be mindful of that. Now, as we work into our schematics, based on recommendations once again, with a weapon recruitment voucher, did recommend the Plasmatic Discharger, mainly for the later waves when it comes to the pillars for this mode, honestly. Albeit it's been nerfed, still good. No doubt about it. With Legendary Flux, had you go get the Pot Shot. And then in our Legendary Troll Stash Llama, right from the beginning, for 2-factor authentication, was able to obtain the Xenon Bow. So we'll use a combination of the 3 of these. Now, if you're having difficulty staying alive, more armor here via the Silver Baron. Do you want to point that out now? And then, of course, we have the movement speed if you want some more speed. But I like the armor here. But you have to have the resources to craft it, and often you don't, unfortunately, if you're going to craft the others. When it comes to traps, we're going to go with the Floor Freeze Trap, Ceiling Drop Trap, Electric Field, Wall Launcher, Tar Pit, Wall Darts, Anti-Air Trap, Ceiling Gas Trap, and Zapper, Healing Pad, Sound Wall, Wooden Floor Spikes, and there you have it, my friends. So let's go ahead and take on the Horde. And I'm going to pass on some more info as we are loading in. Now, when it comes to this mode, you can defend up to 3 total objectives and or forts, as they refer to them as right here. Okay, on the board. My recommendation is go for one. And if at all possible, the first one that you face if the layout is right. Because that's all you need for a successful run here and to receive your rewards. Again, just like the level, not a big difference in what you receive if you defend 3 over just the 1. When it comes to your objective choice, I would say choose high elevation over low. Right? Anytime you can have or be above the elevation of the husks is a good thing. So let's make sure we're trying to choose one that way. Don't waste resources on objectives you're not going to defend as well. All right, so let's go ahead and select our challenge one here. I've actually already run through and had a successful clear. I have to be honest, I just forgot to hit the record button. So, hey, that's part of doing a series, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at our first potential area. And it is right down here in a low elevation. So we are going to avoid that one for sure. Next up, let's see what we got over this way.
If you're up for another round, who am I to complain? And who are you to complain about me scheduling this mining expedition during Gale Force storm season? No one, that's who. Apologies.
All right, let's
Still
see
grappling with some intense post-mistake energy. I have
what
no
this
idea
one
how you
is.
people live like this on a daily basis.
Okay, I like this one right here.
My
All right,
apologies.
this is a nice high elevation. You got just a little bit of area where
Constant mistake
they can be
making
above you, but not much.
and reliable. Perhaps I
So
should
we're going to go ahead here
You
and
have
build out
some
in
of
all
the time
3
to set up before the first wave. Good luck,
different
Commander.
resources. The core of our build here. Okay, we're going to go just something like this. Now, if you're building up your own elevation, I recommend the old school Dorito build, if you will. Okay. And remember that a box around the base will protect you. The pyramid does not.
Another wave of
And honestly, I never recommend pyramids in Save the World in general. All right, just something about me. All right, so we'll go ahead with this. Then we're going to have some additional block off up top here. Just like you're seeing here. Break this tree down. Enemies will fall here. That's what we want.
We're taking heavy damage and need
Okay.
assistance.
Work around this one.
Our
to the
first
edge.
base has just been compromised.
Actually, I
The wave
apologize.
is complete.
Right here, I want this, but I don't want these two here.
Commander,
We're going to do
we'll
something
make
here to
another
help
wave of supplies.
push the enemies away.
Thankfully, supply drops are
All right,
inbound.
so I want a couple of wall launchers, believe it or not, here and over here.
The storm has
And
a
actually, you
new
can have a
target.
third one, too. We're going to just push them around a bit here. All right, so that gets us where we need to be. We'll continue with our supply drop here for a moment. Now, when it comes to our defenders, I'm going to have them here defending with us at the objective. And then I'm going to try to get a hold of the shotgunner down here if I can. And again, sometimes, unfortunately, they don't want to cooperate with you. Anyway, let's go ahead and work all that.
Whoa, sorry.
And then we're going to get our supply drop. Now, if you drop your first objective during your first wave, you'll receive just one supply drop here. And then we'll keep you up to date on what you're getting from that point. Now, if you defend successfully the first objective on wave 2, you'll get 2 drops, but we're still in 1 here right now, as you can see.
I know. It's a nightmare out there. But if anyone can handle it, it's you.
Now, right down in this area, I would drop your Rosie. Okay, sorry. Get your Rosie down. And then let's continue to try to upgrade here if we can. And then you want to start working on some traps near your core if you're able to. In this case, we have 2 traps we can use. 2 darts here and right here. All right. And we actually don't have it in the right place, so I'm going to remove it. Actually, we'll leave it for now, and we'll break that in a second. Don't waste the trap. No need to. We'll make use of it. It'll still shoot for now. Since the update, just a little bit when it comes to the mechanics of the game, when it comes to your build, see how things kind of stick a little bit more than what they used to? I'm sure you've been experiencing that if you have any time in the mode. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead with that. Now, again, that's just going to be a temporary dart shooting through till the durability goes. Which, actually, it's not a bad one. When you really look at it, it's still going to work, so. Okay, everything's connected. Okay. Really like what we're serving here so far. All right, now let's go down with our Rosie and start taking down this building, which is necessary. Please don't overlook this building if you choose this objective. The flingers will climb up it if you're not careful and defeat you as a result. So please make sure you take down this building on this particular objective if you're defending it. And honestly, just like I've said in the entire series, just buildings in general that are along the line of the natural pathing the husks and or terrain items in general, right? All right, and then we have Rosie again because we dropped it in advance. All right, big burning in a bit. We can go back to back now with it. All right. And then we're just going to have to continue to break down here. But we'll get to that in the future. Wall darts are playing nicely. No problem here. Yeah, we'll go bull rush. And we'll keep leveling up where we can. First wave will take a little bit of time because of the traps that you have, but Base Kyle is going to be a big time player for you early on. Definitely want to use him to your advantage. We're just going to open up right here. Just let them roll in. I'm going to leave some spaces available. Now, I do want to point out when it comes to the objective, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You'll see if he'll shoot through it. But sometimes they try to get a little cute and they don't like shoot through like you'd want them to. Have access points to get to your build if possible. I would say that would be an important thing to be paying attention to. Okay, this here would be a wall launcher too. Actually, right here, I wouldn't have that access. We're going to shoot dart there. We want a dart shooting through there.
Base is under attack.
Okay, that's your block off here that we had. So if you can, let's start getting that upgraded, right? Another block off here too. Definitely want to get this stuff upgraded if you can. We'll come back and get the rest in a moment. All right, so second wave, we get 2 balloons. No matter if you let that first one drop or not, so that is something to know. I'm going to go out to the furthest initially, and we'll work our way back. Sometimes it's better just do that, right? This is a nice area to defend as well, to the northwest, if you ever have this one. Your southwest run right up here can be a little rough for you because of the cliff. I actually do like the one over here where this balloon's at. That's a very nice objective right down here by the gas station. I like that one there. The 2 up here where I'm at are nice. So there are multiple objectives you can go with. I tend to just focus on whatever one I get first, and I just happen to be getting this one a lot this season. So I'm running off of it.
Should have read that one first. That's on me.
All right, let's go ahead and continue to knock this down if we can. See these stairs in here? Believe it or not, flingers will try to get up in here. It's terrible, but they do. Okay, be reminded too, you have your bull rush if you're trying to knock down a structure. All right, that we can go with. Now you could cut this here and take it down, but we'll get it eventually. Now, from this point, based on, the traps that you may or may not have, and this is important to note, because it will be dependent upon where you are, with your drops, I'd start working some core items. Now, I will tell you early on, you'll get a significant amount of resource to make your traps, but later on, you do not. So please be mindful of that, and I would actually use your low-level 19s early if you can make them in 22s. I'd make those before you make your higher level ones, if you can do that. Okay, so we're going to continue to go here. And then in our corners with these 22s. Darn it. We're going to put our 22s, though, in the corners, okay? The game's fighting me a little bit with the controls on this run. I apologize, friends. Now, theoretically, we could use that, but again, it kind of is going to mess up your pathing, and we have an extra, so we'll clean it up.
Oh, sorry.
And this would be an electric field here.
Part of the job. Yeah.
Also want to start working on, which we will, we'll start working on wall launchers. This is another wall launcher area right here. And so if you can make it, we'll get it in the future.
Yeah, this is bad.
If you have extra ones of the 19s, I would just shoot them across key areas like I'm doing here.
Alright, let's try that again.
Okay, Rosie's back up. Let's go back to work with that. We're going to try to get ourselves a little closer now for the Rosie. Continue to be methodical with everything. Okay, we have something holding it here. I'm going to say it's this bridge right here. Nope, it's not that. Something is holding her up. Honestly, not sure. It's probably one of these little areas up here somehow.
Whoa, sorry.
But anyway, it's being held up. Shouldn't be. Let's see here. Is it this little area? Nope. That's so funny. Anyway, we'll get it down. Gotta get it down.
We have a moment to breathe between husks.
Okay, we'll go ahead and change these up.
Nope.
All right, wave 3 will be your pillar wave for the very first time. So something to think about. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my upgrades going on this little block up section that we did. Remember, too, if you have block off, that you are making sure the interior or back portions of that block off are also tiered up, right? That is very important here. So they do not sense a weakened spot. Not going to lie, that building not falling is kind of annoying.
You'll need to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
All right, so wave 3, we have just one balloon drop now because we only have
We've just learned that the storm pillars are vulnerable to melee attacks.
our 2 objectives here, it looks like. So,
If your team wants to risk an up-close fight, it might be worth it.
okay, so back we go using our geysers for movement. I would try to find somewhere for that Rosie again. Guess we'll call it right here. And then once those 19s go, then you can start getting your 46s on the course, okay? But if you can craft some more 19s and use those resources, I would keep using those early when the husks aren't as strong. It is kind of a nice tip. It honestly is. Remember, this is at your own pace now when you get to this point. There's no rush here. All right. So in here, I'm going to go a couple of darts here. I'm going to make a couple... Oh, I want a wall launcher right here, by the way. And then I'm going to go with another dart just in case they get cute. All right. Now, let me see if I can get this build down because we need to build over the top. I promise this is going to make sense. It's the darndest thing, man. It really is. It's so funny. Okay, well, that section went to a point. Talk about bugging out, man. All right, let's keep working. All right, let's go ahead and start working on. Make sure you have some healing pads, by the way, before you go out in this field.
Sorry. Yeah, not possible.
Shotgun's doing a very nice job, so we'll keep going with it.
Sorry.
Just going to keep running some heals around the outside edge. This will be important later. It really will be. All right, I'm going to let that go for now. That's one more hit, and then we're out, right? So let me be patient here for a moment. Okay, that was hanging that up. Looks like a little bit. Again, it's just a little bit of an interesting scenario here while this is not dropping. I want that stair back here gone too. Okay, that's good enough now. I'll leave that be. I like that. It plays nicely. Okay, slow fill down. Now we're going to go build a bit with the resource that we have. You can extend this wave as long as you wish, and I do recommend you extend it. Okay, get your build up here. Very, very important, actually, to do that. Okay. And I would not end this wave, truly, until I've used all of this resource. Not even kidding you. Run this as long as you can on this wave. You want to take this all the way back. I would say this edge here would be good. Want to get some healing down, for sure. Okay, up we go. Okay, that takes care of us all up here. Supply drop down. All right. Out this way. I think we'll just work across it to the edge. I don't see a problem with that. In this area. I would just come back out at the end and make sure you don't have to build down off that outer edge to the south. And note how we're spreading healing pads around. I want you to spread healing pads around the environment, for sure. All right, so right there at the edge, we're covered. All right, and then down in here. I would take this building down. And I would take that building down there. And I would try to take this building down here, honestly. You could potentially have pillars and stuff down in that area later on. I don't want you to run into problems with it. If you can get it down, it's a good move.
Try that again.
I'd go all the way out to this edge right here and work your way through. I don't think you'd need anything there, though. Okay, we'll just go ahead and seal this down. And then when we're out of resource, we'll end it. We'll move. But not until. All right, let's go check our traps and our walls a little bit. Make sure we're not missing anything we don't want to be missing. Again, if you want to throw a couple darts in here on the build just to keep, you know, the enemies off you, not a problem. Okay, so let's work out here. And I would go all the way to this edge deck here. And make sure you are at least 2 tiles high everywhere else so the flingers don't throw through at you. They will throw through if you're too low. That's definitely one thing I can tell you from my runs this season.
I'm back. Take her.
All right, just a little bit more here off the extension. Let's get some more healing up here. All right, and then you're going to want to take that building down in the future. All right, so that's good. All the resources are gone. We know where that pillar is at, right? We had it planned perfect. And we are good to go and out of trouble.
We've got a break in the action.
Again, take all that time on 3, especially if you're new. Don't be in a hurry. Like in most things, Save the World. If you rush, bad things happen, right? Or you look back and you wish you wouldn't have. A good way of saying it too.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I will tell you, I'm facing enemies that are pretty high right now compared to my power level, but that's okay. And actually now on 4, they're giving us a second balloon again. Well, we've only lost 1 objective though, so that has, you know, something to do with that. So just, I'm going to count them out for you because we're going step by step for you. So 3-1, but no, they're not letting me get up. Let me work on through here. So this is nice. And 4 to have another balloon. Now on 4, that when that other one goes down, which it will soon, then we'll be down to just the 1 balloon for sure. All right. So I do know that. So just be mindful of it. And then as soon as it falls, you want to go collect loot again. You would not want to wait on that, by the way.
Oh, that hurts.
Make sure there's no area there where they can get at you, right? All right. Really like what we're serving here. Notice how we're not worried about that objective. We're not wasting resource on that objective. Don't want you to.
Yeah, not possible.
I'm going to go ahead and do a little access point here for myself.
Ow.
Right, and as soon as that falls,
We need support. The second base is down. Only 1 left. You're doing great. Keep it up. Base B is under attack.
see how we're kind of walking the build? All right, let's go get our balloon. Now we'll have another balloon after that one falls, and then from that point, you'll be at 1. So if you're able to, you know, hold at least, you know, 2 of them, get that extra balloon there, that's nice. Must admit. We will eventually build bridges across here when I get more loot. I just don't have it right now. But as soon as I get more loot, we're going to start running it.
Whoa, sorry.
And then, of course, if the game would cooperate with us a little bit. Very important in limited time modes not to skip them if you can help it. It's actually, I would say, of course, the tutorial content I'm doing keeps me going, but limited time modes are what keep me in the game, the Horde and the Frost Knight. If it weren't for those, if they ever ended those, that would be the end for me. That'd be my curtain call. So, hopefully they do not in the future. Hopefully they keep them in the game.
We have an update from our chief meteorologist, and it appears to be a resignation letter.
All right, seal this down. I don't see them coming that far out on us. They could. We'll watch this out here. I would probably at least go to the structure area. I would say out to this point at a minimum. And across. Yeah, all right, maybe to about right here and build out. I'd take these stairs away in case something were to climb up on you. Right, you just want to make sure there's no stairs. In case you need to quickly build, you won't have a land bridge then. All right, so that's good. Now let's go ahead and work back out into that other building to the southwest. We see how our build's holding up. All right, we need some traps now in the core. So we'll start running them a bit. I would say at this point, you know, depending on how, you know, you want to run here. Start getting some eliminations. Let's get him off there. So nothing more than the core right now, though. Don't extend traps. You don't need to. Just keep your core right as rain early. I promise you, you're going to need it, and it's going to make sense. Now, they're messing with us a bit here on this reverse 45 wall, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and drop a freeze, get some freeze traps going. And I'm going to throw another dart back here. They're just messing with us a little bit on this wall. I don't like that. We'll do freeze on our 45s. See if I can get this healed up. All right, now let's find our base. I would go with your anti-air traps now a little bit up here. I'd probably go a couple rotations if I was a new player now. All right. Again, you could go a second layer if you're worried about lobbers and flingers. Completely up to you, or you can go the healing pads. All right. Really comes down to your playstyle. I'm going to go with just the one. I'm going to run some healing pads up here so we can quick heal, maybe towards the end. I think the one layer will be sufficient. That way when we jump up, we'll have some nice healing. And we have the anti-airs where we need them. We'll be able to save some resource too, that way. I'm going to get some tar pits for later. Not now. Maybe a couple sound walls for late propane wave. Get some floor spikes.
The storm has a new target.
Drop this. We're not done with the shield, by the way, yet. We still have a little bit we got to go work on. As we can see here, right? So. And still on the other way, too. Now, I will tell you, if you leave their structure in place, they tend to target that. It's an easy target for them, typically. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down a bit and put my own right here, okay? And then I'm going to go back, believe it or not. I'm going to hold the balloon for now. I'm going to go work over here when the wave's not active. Let's see if we can get this building done over here. Because you're going to have to build all the way out here. For sure. Okay. And you're going to need to go, I would say, to this point.
We've got more enemies on the way.
I see. All right.
Let's go here with it. Just close that off. And I would take this all the way out here. Not even kidding. All the way. So you cannot see structure back here until it's even with what you got. Because they will try to come back here and start lobbing at you. The flingers love it back here, honestly. Okay. Now they have all of these defenders on me. They should be in there fighting right now, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what they're doing that for, but... I would come out here too. Looks like we can walk it down here.
Okay.
Now, defend. They could, if you don't want them on your objective, I guess, theoretically. They are protect us from behind, right? So, something to think about, I guess. Right? And just take this all the way to the end of your build. All right, let me go ahead and see the edges down here. Okay, you want to cover this for sure. And connect it here. All right. And then we'll finish that off at the end. And connect everywhere else as we're working through.
Let's see.
And then we should be all sealed down. Now let's go get our balloon. Again, I'd prefer to not have my defenders with me. They should be on my build right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. See what's going on.
Look out!
There are two of them. Not sure where my third. Okay. And let's let them defend. And then I need to go out and get the balloon. before the wave ends. Very important, by the way. So we don't lose the resource that we truly and absolutely need.
Sorry.
All right, there we go. The loot is ours, my friends. All right, let's work our way down and across the map. And there we have it. All right, I've got some wood in that. Let's go finish off this shield now. Actually, right in here where I made this other extension, I'm just going to seal this down so we don't fall in into it. Nothing wrong with the double layer protection, honestly. Actually, nothing at all wrong with that.
Not so fast.
We've got a break. Heal up and repair what you can. Base B is under attack.
All right, we're going into 6 now. 7's kind of where the fun starts, to be honest with you. You'll have propane and you'll have lobbers on that wave, and yeah, they start getting after a little bit. And if you're willing to build the shield, like most are not, to be honest with you would not believe how much this truly increases your chances of winning in Survive the Horde. If you try to run and gun, it'll only take you so far. Truly, in the game. But this here, I'll tell you, if you can pick this up and start doing it, it'll make a big difference.
Oh, that hurts.
I mean, we talk about it often in the series, right? But again, madness has meaning. I always show it and prove it to you. And we'll do that again right here on the noob account. All right. I actually see some openings over here that I do not like that I'm seeing. Let's seal that down, just in case they try to leak over that way. Down there, I'm not seeing anything. So. All right, so from this point now,
Oh, sorry.
it's just eliminations. All right, truly.
Not possible.
We've got bosses.
We got some bosses coming in, of course, but you're looking at eliminations. Looks like we've had some good dart action here, so we'll play off that.
Hush. Enemy down.
All right, let's take a look at this boss. Let's get him out for a minute. He's a wall weakener. Damage pulser. That's no bueno. All right, let me see my first weapon. I'm going to go ahead and go with that pot shot early. Because we're dealing with a boss, right? And a damage pulser at that. All right, let's work him out again.
Sorry.
And that's actually beautiful. We took him right down into the lava. Let me just make sure I don't see him. No, he's coming back around, though. But that's okay. I like where he's at. Now, I don't like that. So where did he come from? I saw a husk on top of our build somewhere. I did not like that. Where did you come from, partner? I don't even know how that's possible with what we've built. All right, damage pulser's back in again. So we'll go back again with that bull rush. Ah, he avoided me. I want to find out where that enemy came. Was on top of my build. I don't know how that's even possible, but he was. Man, they let me phase like right through him. Now, if we have a better boss, I would go probably the Xenon bow there. But because the boss was so bad, we had no choice. We don't want him to come in here and wreck our build, so... Right? Is what it is. Now, I would start considering some anti-air traps in your corner pockets here, because you're going to have a wave that's coming soon, where you'll need that. I am still baffled as to where that enemy... It had to be a phasing husk. You want to look for things like that, because you could have a land bridge somewhere you don't know, right? So I need to find out if I have a land bridge somewhere, basically. All right, so now we're going to start working on an extension of the build. That's a wall launcher. Slow fill down right here. Now, and I also want to start building, we can, little things like this. And I'll tell you why, and I'll show you why as we get there, okay? But we're going to start working those structures. So on all of our access points, pretty much. And again, this will make sense in the future. I promise you that. Now, where did you see again? There is another husk somewhere. All right, let's take a look around. We've got a land bridge somewhere. Unless he's coming from all the way back there, but I doubt that. Where are you dropping? Unless that's that same one we saw. Or another phaser. I mean, I don't see how it's possible. I'm gonna be real with you guys. With everything that I put into this thing, I don't see how it's possible.
Impressive work, Commander.
Yeah, not possible.
Base B is under attack.
We'll do that later.
Nope.
Okay. All right, out we go, and up we go.
Whoa, sorry.
All right, so 7's going to be a heavy lobber and propane wave. So I'm going to grab like 20 anti-airs or so. I'm not going to build the bridge all the way up because I have some good geysers here that I can just work off of quickly. So we'll save the resource.
Prepare for the next wave.
So we're looking for lobbers. And propane.
Take her.
Move along, husks. Yeah, not possible. Sorry.
Okay, we're just going to build out these anti-airs here and let them work for us while the kills are occurring. Alright, let's get some darts going. I'm actually going to go anti-airs here and here, believe it or not. And as long as you don't hear or see any breach, you get. Now, if you see a breach, then we've got work to do. Okay, I see a breach somewhere. Oh, where's he throwing from? All the way out here somewhere. Look at him. All right, so there is clearly a somewhere over here where they've got a bridge. Where is this land bridge at? Where are you coming from? I don't see it, my friends. Now, I don't want to waste traps right now because I can't. You could take care of this if you have traps, but I don't want to waste our traps. We can't afford to right now.
Sorry.
I am still baffled, though, by that flinger.
Not possible.
Alright, let's try that again. Get out of the bag.
All you have to do is outlast this one, I don't want you to put a lot into the build. It's very, very important.
Get to repair.
You've got to conserve your builds.
Base B is under attack.
I'm telling you, the only place I can think of would be off this bridge here that we created, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take that down for a minute. We're going to work off of this somewhere else. Okay, plasmatics coming in next. We actually do have enough for a Baron if we wanted it. Not a bad idea, actually, but let me just double check here for a moment. We got to be careful, though, because you don't want to get something you really don't. I like the Baron. If you're struggling staying alive, a Baron would be the call. Right. Of course, if you're having difficulties, which we aren't right now.
Oh, sorry.
Despite evidence to the contrary, you're doing great out there.
Yeah.
Every second you buy our deep field heroes is critical. We didn't come here to win. We came here to fight. Which doesn't sound as good when spoken aloud.
Take her!
Whoa,
Again, if you use up your traps early, you won't have them at the end. So you have to be mindful of that. At this level of your journey anyway, when you're doing a lower level zone and...
Spotted! Take her!
Oh, sorry. Part of the job. Yeah.
Need help!
Oh, you know what it is? It's right here. I found it. It's right here. It's right off that connection. I hit my shield against my build. I found it. Well, we know where it's at now. It wasn't a phasing husk. Glad we found it. Because that could have been problems later. Alright, so this will get extended. This gets extended. Okay, we'll just block off here.
Back in action.
Take her! Need help!
And then I would actually... Let me just find this for a second.
Comeback time!
I guess you could just take this down altogether. We don't need this here either.
Man, that hurt.
There we go. I would actually, because I've seen flingers up there, I would throw a dart up there too. I'm not even kidding you. I'd run dart right there.
Alright, let's try that again.
I'm just projecting. I'm always thinking like in advance when I do the horde. And I'm just projecting like I could just see some issues happening there.
Sorry. Oh, man. Am I right?
Take her!
But the core is perfectly intact, as you can see. And that's what you're looking for.
I'm down. Help!
I'd say when you start trapping extending, probably wave 10, 11. I would not go any sooner than that.
As my robot friend likes to
Take her
say,
spotted!
we have a break in the action.
Okay, I'm going to try to heal this wall before 9 starts. This is going to be your pillar wave.
Yeah, not possible.
Okay, I love all that. It looks great.
Oh, ammo.
More husks incoming. You'll need
pillars.
to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
Have your heals ready. All right. Have heals ready.
Whoa, sorry.
Let's go to work. Now you could either go a xenon bow there to cycle, right, in between.
Take her.
Or you go with the plasmatic. I just want to show the difference. That's why I have you go get the plasmatic, right? That's a big time difference. But if you want to go out and keep yourself safe, you can shoot the xenon bow. Nothing at all wrong with that. And remember to have some healing always available in where you're standing. Especially if you start seeing takers.
Sorry.
Some amplifiers, some rotations that you will face will have the takers. Some will have the flingers, like we're seeing here instead. Here's the takers. And the flingers, both. Actually, in this rotation. We got 3 left.
Not possible.
Just kind of stick and move here. Don't stand still.
As my robot
All right.
friend likes to say, we have a break in the action.
Yeah, not possible.
All right, good to
Bomb
go.
is incoming. Base B is under attack.
All right. So we are now in 10. Let's keep working here a little bit. I want to get these structures tiered up.
Oh, sorry.
Again, this will have purpose soon. I promise you that. Actually, right here, I would block that off. I could see that being a problem in the future.
According to our radar, the storm is real weird. And the suggested course of action is shrug emoji?
Okay, I'm going to do an extension now
First.
of 1 tile around. Make sure you have electric fields in that tile right above it, which we do. Okay. Just going to do a little bit of extension. Smash your wave. Oh, we got the, this is your sploder wave. I would tell you, if you can, try to stay clear of this one, because it can get pretty bad. The death bombs there will get after you. We'll go ahead and use some, we'll get some firing going in a second. Let me go get the balloon first, though. We'll stand clear initially, but then we'll start firing. Try to trigger some of those death bombs, get out of this wave quickly. But again, one of those bombs could end you, so be careful. Especially if you're not running the Blast of the Past like I recommended, okay? So be mindful of that.
Sorry.
Keep your distance.
Yeah, not possible.
Smash her. Take her.
It's interesting they like this little area right here, though. Again, just be careful here and try to keep your distance. Because bad things truly can happen here if you're not careful. And then I have my protection above if I need it. In fact, I would even tell you maybe stay up here. Actually, I wanted a freeze trap there. That's a whoopsie trap.
Not possible. Little help here.
Comeback time.
Oh, man, that hurt.
And this is going to be like a little prequel to what you're going to face at the end, right? They're kind of showing you, hey man, right? You're going to face this later. Be ready. They're actually giving you the info. Let the corner pockets protect you. Another thing I want to show you is you do not need overpowered schematics, right? You do not need, you know, legendary everything. To be successful and save the world. You don't need the most, you need the right? So we'll continue to promote that to you as we work through. And even though you hear the flingers, we're not hearing the anti-airs on the core go off. That's what you're listening for. Doesn't matter if you hear them, you're just listening for your anti-airs. Now, I just saw something above, so 1 second. Okay, we do hear them here. Okay, I just saw them and heard them. All right, so when you hear that, that's when you move. And they are basically throwing all the way back here is where he was throwing from. Can you believe it? But he was. All the way back there, they were throwing. Crazy. All right. So 10's kind of a nasty wave. Don't like that one. I'll be honest with you, but everything's in, you know, good to go.
Whoa, sorry.
All right, good. Let's go out.
The storm's calling in the big guns. I don't know exactly what's headed your way, so be ready for anything.
That's a lot of tiles he's throwing from. Let's just be real.
You understand my intent.
When I look at that, that is a lot of tiles.
Bullets. Yes.
Okay, boss is out. Let's go see what they are.
Husk spotted.
Now, first thing you do is you pickaxe. You've got to make sure you don't have a ricochet, right? We don't, so we go.
Smasher!
Not hot. Oh, sorry.
Take her!
Smasher spotted. Smasher.
And remember, in this series, I will only, you know, have you use vouchers and things of that nature, right? That I know will hold immense value for you, like it is right here, okay? We're not going to have you wasting vouchers and all that.
Smasher spotted.
No doubt about it. I can safely say that. The thing we recommend, you're going to have a good use for it.
Nothing personal. Yeah, not possible.
That boss is a nasty boss, by the way.
Smasher!
They got me. I'm down. Not possible.
All right, it's pot shot time. I was trying to save the ammo, but we're going to have to get after him.
Sorry. You're the best. Jerks.
All right, so now we're getting to a point at this wave where you might want to start considering some traps. Okay.
Tinker
Let's
spotted.
come up here for a minute. I'm going to need an access point, by the way, when we get going later. All right, let me see what I've got here. Trap spots. How many more traps can we craft? And as you can see here, I don't have a whole lot of extra traps now, right? We have some electric fields, though. I love the electric field count.
Yeah, this is bad.
I do have 20 of the lower level darts, I guess, if we needed them at the end, but that's not going to help you at the end, though. I'm not going to go with those, though. I think we're good. Remember, I have the traps ready to trap this build down. I just don't want to do it yet. I'm still just trying to hold out here for a bit. Another thing I'm seeing is my defenders keep getting him away.
Take it out. Take her.
Not possible. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Smasher! Take her!
Just a little bit of slowdown now. We're going to start extending. Just not getting the kills as quick enough as we want, right? But we're not in a hurry anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm never in a rush with this series when I play the game. I just enjoy the game, right? No matter how long it takes, you just grind. That was what I always loved about Save the World, and it seems like every update they try to take that from us, or from the game, right? It's just something I miss personally, because I always enjoyed it so much. But we're going to start getting some electric fields going. Right. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's for sure.
This part is not fun. That's part of the job. Yep. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. We've got a land bridge up there. Let me get rid of it. There we go. One of the electric field there. Oh, hello, my friend. I did not notice this.
The storm is shifting its focus to another base.
That's not good.
Base B is under attack.
All right, let's go ahead now. Start getting some traps out. Because the waves are just extending a little bit longer than I would like now.
Sorry.
So pretty much I'm going to go 2 layers of electric fields at the approach spots for now. And then I'm going to start running some darts here.
Nope. Whoa, sorry. Yeah,
I know. It's a nightmare out there.
All right,
But
in
if
here too.
anyone can handle it, it's you.
nope. Whoa, sorry. Whoa, hey now. Yeah, not possible.
Okay, so now we're going to start darting. Start working.
Yeah, this is bad.
All right, that should go pretty good now with the eliminations. Let's go get our balloon.
Yeah, not possible.
I'm wondering if I need to extend that shield over there to the right of the build, honestly. I'm thinking about it. I'm not kidding you guys. By the, where that other building's at, I'm thinking about extending it. With some stone and wood out there. After what I just saw with that flinger way out there. Would not surprise me if he tried to work around to that building over there. Right? Right over here. And try to throw up and over. I'm going to go ahead and extend this as a result. Because I did not like what I was seeing. Of course, we don't want to have a land bridge. So, be careful.
Take her.
Whoa, sorry.
Now, up in here, this will be at the end. If the walls break, okay, We'll have a double layer here around the core. Okay, that's what this is all for. It's actually a very important section, honestly, right there. Good. We'll have our access points. All right, let me go back down now.
Oh, sorry.
Smasher!
Yeah, not possible. Oh, sorry.
We have some time before the next wave. You know what to do. Heal up, get supplied, and keep an eye out for the storm's next target.
All right, 13's going to be a pillar wave.
Oh, sorry.
Get my core right before the pillars come out.
He is under attack.
Okay, up we go.
Yeah, not possible.
Access point here. Oh, finally get a nice balloon that's a little bit somewhat closer to us, right? It's been a long time coming since we had one of these. Everything's so far out.
Nope.
More husks incoming. You'll need to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
All right, let's see what I've got here now. I'm actually going to go with another one of these instead of the Xenon bow. We're going to top our ammo off. I'm going to make sure I have some more healing pads for sure.
Got ya.
All right, let's go to work. Okay, that's done.
Sorry.
We have a boss. Let's see what he is. Make sure he's not a damage pulsar or something.
Yeah, not possible. Nope.
He's a building blocker.
Take her!
All right, let's push him out for just a moment here, because he is a building blocker, as we mentioned. See, that's going to cause us some problems here if we can't. I don't want problems. You've got to be kidding me with that ride husk.
There's so many of you.
Husk spotted!
He's running from my damage. All right. All right, so we have a heavy taker area here, right? And I saw a riot pop me too, so we gotta be careful. Now, I would say, as you get later, to use the build to your advantage. Right? Stay off the ground if you can. Alright, get yourself some healing up here. Watch for takers. That's why we build it this way, okay?
I'm down.
Because believe it or not, a couple takers will end you here. I'm not even kidding. They truly will.
All right, let's try that again.
Oh, there he came. Right from behind me, not even paying attention. I didn't even
Sorry.
swipe me from right behind here. See that? How hard they hit? Alright, so those ones are good. We got 12 to go now. Boss is dead, so we know we're golden there. Okay, I'm gonna work my way out through the back this way. Just so we can maybe see where we're... Alright, the other pillars are probably going to be down below. Let me just double check. No, we already hit those ones. Oh, here they are. Okay, sorry. It's actually over here. Okay, here they are. They're on this area. Now, the survivalists will help you here, for sure. Because as you kill, you will heal.
Not possible. Oh, sorry.
Help, please.
Not possible.
This is a nasty little wave right here, my friends. For a new player. So you got to be careful. Just stick and move like we're doing here, okay? Don't keep your feet planted. You've got to move, man. All right, let's heal. And we are looking for one final pillar somewhere, and I don't see it right now. Oh, there it is right there. It's hiding. All right, guys, we're through it. All right. Now,
Base B is under attack.
actually, let me just for a second. We're going to go ahead and get rid of some stuff here. I need to top off my ammo. All right, we don't have the resin. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to say I've been playing with fire. I almost got smoked right there on a fall damage.
You're my very best team.
You all probably just saw that, but I almost did.
Oh.
Now, am I going to sit here and tell you this is easy as a new player? No, I'm not, right? You just got to take practice. You got to work at it. But practice makes perfect. And if you just happen to enjoy the game solo, if you're having trouble with, which we do, we're having matchmaking issues, you're having problems with getting teammates these days, like, right? It's what it is now. All right, so now we're going to start trapping down. Okay, so we're going to extend some traps now.
Whoa. Sorry.
trapping areas would definitely be out here.
Not possible.
Let's see what we got here with the build. Do you have a nature wave?
Smasher.
Let's go out here. Now again, remember you had takers out here that can hurt you big time, so just be careful. And we're going to start working on the damage now. We were saving this for a reason. You save it for the end.
Not possible. Oh, I hate that guy. Hey, guy. Hate you. Flinger.
Smasher!
Part of the job. Whoa, sorry. Smasher spotted. What? Not possible.
Okay, that's our electric fields.
Hey, watch where those husks land. Yeah, not
Let me
Flinger
see what else.
spotted.
Whoa! Let me see what else I can do without dying here. We almost got tapped by one. We almost got tapped by just one freaking guy there.
We've got a
That's crazy.
and prepare what you can.
All right, so you got death bomb and smoke screens here.
The storm has a new target.
So get ready. It's going to get nasty. All right. As a new player, especially. Now, I was working in here earlier, and you guys saw me working in here early for a reason. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start sealing all this down.
Yeah, not possible.
Again, madness always has meaning, right?
Whoa, sorry. Okay.
I'm going to go grab that just in case we need the loot.
Team is headed your way. And I genuinely believe they brought the map with them this time.
Now, this is a time wave. All you have to do is outlast the time. You don't have to kill here, right? So you need to big brain it a bit.
Pain.
Just try to outlast. That's the key. All right.
Smasher. Move along, Russ. Not possible. Sorry. Smasher spotted. Not possible.
All right, slow field down. Now he's a damage pulser.
They got me.
Please.
Little help here.
Down.
Thanks for the sorry.
Smasher.
Oh, sorry.
Flinger. Taker. Smasher.
Not possible. Oh, sorry. Oh, hey now.
Smasher. Flinger.
Boss is dead.
Smasher.
Reverse 45s go back up. If you've got the electric fields, you go. If you don't, you go zappers.
Sorry.
Again, you were just biding time here, my friends. Zappers through.
Taker. Bad.
59 seconds till bingo.
Smasher spotted.
I'm back. Husk spotted.
Sorry, buddy.
34 seconds till bingo.
Smasher. Taker.
Watch the takers. Hold the line. 17 seconds.
Smasher.
Sorry. Taker spotted.
And that, commanders, is how you solo survive the Horde as a new player or via a noob account based on all of the tips, tricks, and recommendations that I've provided you since the very beginning of this series.